All right, buckle up, fellas. I've got a really good one for you today. Core progressions for a bulletproof back. And this is in response to a ton of questions I get about how to progress movements and how to basically get from ground zero to the golden, bulletproof, strong, sturdy back that everybody wants. And this is what I did for myself, and this is one piece of what I do with my clients in my one-to-one coaching. So if you're interested in that, book a call with me below. We have a couple more spots available. And if we do want to work with each other and you're a good fit, what you're going to get in there is an exact tailored program and regimen, and it's a whole lifestyle, not just stretching, strengthening, or massage techniques, but it is a look into your whole life, fix everything you're doing wrong, implement things that you need to do to make you feel better to get to your goals, all tailored towards you specifically. So there's no plug-in program for this. It's all tailored towards you and your specific body and your specific needs. So if you're interested, book the call with me below. You might be a good fit, you might not, but it could potentially help your back. Every single person gets better in there. There's a lot of short-term wins where folks get out of a lot of immediate pain, and then there's a lot of long-term wins that take a couple more weeks or months where we basically build a bulletproof, rock-solid back, accountable by me, to get you into that dream back that you always wanted. Back to the video. So progressing the core from beginner to an intermediate and advanced, this is one thing we do in the coaching one-to-one, but I'm gonna go through each of these steps here, and what I wanna nail into your head and what I wanna get down is you don't wanna do any of these until you can do all of these. So the point of each stage is different, and you don't wanna ever bite off more than you can chew. And the reason for that is because these movements are higher risk. For me to be confident that you're gonna do them without triggering pain or falling back to where you need to take a step back and go back to the fundamentals and the foundation, I wanna make sure that you can master all of these, and then all of these, and then all of these before moving down the line. All right, starting with beginner. The goal of this beginner phase is activation. And what I mean by activation is learning how to use these muscles. So if you have back pain and you went through a long period of back pain, chances are high that you went through a long period of atrophy, where you stop using your muscles because using them hurts, so you avoid using them altogether so they can't work, and you basically just go into this downward spiral where your muscles can't work, so they don't work, and they get weak. And the point of this beginner phase is to reintroduce these muscles into strengthening and knowing what it feels like to work properly again. And the key here is these are gonna be the lowest risk movements. And to list them off here, the McGill Big Three, that's one reason why he got so popular, is they're literally universal for everybody. I haven't met anyone who has a problem with these exercises. If you do, you probably have a deeper, more vertebral back pain problem. Front and side planks, just the fundamentals, the foundation, working up to your 2-minute side plank, working up to your 2-minute hollow hold, the dead bugs, the reverse hypers. These are just the foundational steps that you need to do. It's the boring work, it's not glamorous, but this is how you build a rock solid foundation so you can eventually move from beginner to intermediate and then eventually advanced. And once you're pretty solid on the beginner exercises, especially the 2-minute side plank here, I think is the most important key standard to hit, you can move into some of these more taxing movements. These are going to pull in more muscles, they're going to be a little bit riskier, but if you can nail this beginner phase, you have the foundation to be able to safely do this. And the first one I have here is suitcase carries. And if you do suitcase carries light, you can probably do them as a beginner, but I want to get you a lot stronger. So my standard here that I like to hit is 1/3 of body weight for a minute. So for me, I'm 180 pounds. This is 60 pounds for a minute. You want to be able to do at least that for multiple sets. If you can't, humble yourself and get back to the side planks. But suitcase carries are awesome because they're also going to build up some upper back trap and just grip strength and make you feel like a stronger human overall. In addition, I absolutely love the Zercher carry. If you don't know what that is, that's holding a barbell right here between your arms. You can pick it up, and then if you have a place in your gym where you can walk around, ideally you walk around. Otherwise, I just walk back and forth on my lifting platform sometimes. These are phenomenal for building core strength and stability. This is when you can get into heavier back extensions safely. Make sure you're using good form and proper range of motion here as well. Romanian deadlifts and single leg deadlifts are also safe to do here. Obviously slow progression. Don't just jump into the heaviest you can do. Med ball crunch and farmer's carries. The goal of this phase and what makes it different from the beginner, which the goal of beginner is mostly activation, is this is building real resilience. So once you spend some time in the intermediate phase here, you will start to feel a lot more resilient. Like you're building almost that farmer strength, like just that sturdy, rock solid back posture. Like you're gonna feel like a stronger human once you start doing multiple sets in this range. And once you're feeling pretty resilient, once you're feeling pretty good, you can actually start getting into advanced moves. Advanced moves here, they are the highest risk. I don't want to neglect this. I only recommend this once you have mastered beginner and intermediate. But these moves make life a lot more fun. There's nothing more satisfying than squeaking out a heavy deadlift, squat, or being able to play the sport you want. So once you have a very good foundation in the intermediate phase, especially building up to heavy Zercher carries and suitcase carries, you'll know when you're ready for this. Your body will feel very strong. You'll feel like you can almost lift a house. You won't trigger your back too much throughout the day, if at all. And just for reference here, a pretty generalized way to think about getting out of your back pain and then being that pain-free, not thinking about your back person that you want to be, is this right here is about where your back episodes go away. And what I mean by back episodes are those little tweaks or those little flare-ups or those setbacks, those things that take you out for a day or two or a week or two. Once you build up this intermediate level strength, this is usually where that goes away, that's gone. So this should be your goal here. Humble yourself, do the beginner work if you're there, do the intermediate work after, and about 4 weeks of intermediate work done right, your back pain episodes are usually gone. And that's what I see in the one-to-one coaching. Again, book that call. I shamelessly plug it again and again because I know the results we get in there. Guys, if you want to bury this problem once and for all, just do it. We'll get you out of pain in just a couple weeks. But like I said earlier, these are the most fun things to do in the world. Deadlifts, squats, power cleans, Turkish get-ups. These are much higher impact moves, and you might be able to get away with them while you're doing intermediate work, but it's just not worth it. It's not worth the risk. The juice isn't worth the squeeze. Wait until you master the intermediate work first, and then lift away. You can go for that deadlift PR. You can go for that squat PR. You can start to do kettlebell work, which is a great way to trigger your back pain if you're not ready for it in the beginner stage. And then lastly, kind of like why I started this journey and the most joy I get in helping people is we get people back into doing the things they love, their sports. For me, it was hockey and jiu-jitsu. Like when I was in my crippling dark back pain ages, I couldn't do any of it, and it was really miserable. I was depressed a lot of the times because of it. Sometimes I would tough it out and I would get through a game, but then I would be in pain for 2 weeks, and I knew that before, and it just wasn't fun. But the point we're getting to now is like I have one guy in my one-to-one coaching who's looking to get back into some high impact MMA stuff, and he's so close. We're just getting him over the intermediate phase here, and he's going to get back into the sport he loves that he hasn't been able to do properly in 4 or 5 years. So whatever your why is, whatever your reason for doing all this, the thing that you really want to do, whether you just want to be a stronger man in general, or if there's an activity or a sport that your back pain's holding you back from doing, this is the progression we use in the strength aspect of back pain. And again, if you want your own personalized individual regimen for this with accountability and coaching, where I take out basically all the blind spots, I tell you to stop doing the stupid things, I tell you to do the smart things, and we iterate and we iterate and we get you better one brick at a time. Book that call below. It's not going to be there forever, so do it if you're interested. And yeah, that's my take here on core progression for a bulletproof back. Comment if you have tried any of these, comment what level you're at and where you're trying to get. I'm really curious where you guys are. I know we have some people here. I know we have some people here. I don't think we have too many people here because once you get here, you stop watching the channel. So let me know where you are in this process so I can kind of tailor my videos better to you. And also comment if there's a specific video you want to see. More than happy to do it for you. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you in the next one.